Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 1357. It's a tier 7 French premium light tank. It's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and this one is under the command of Apache 6467 of REBRN. Now he's got a 57mm gun which is capable of 90 alpha, penetrating 143mm of armour. Now it's based on the AMX 13-ton tank series, and well, he's racing away to the spotting bush, but because he was over the far right side of the map, it's going to be difficult for him to get to that bush in time. Okay, well, he's managed to get up here, slides in. Oh, he was seen! The leopard saw him. He must have been spotted just at the last moment before he went into the bush, and he's taken a huge hit for almost half his hit points straight off. Now he's trying to get back up into the bush without being spotted. I think he's safe, but he might want to occupy just 1/4 of the bush right at the very edge to avoid the leopard firing another shot back in. Well, from this position you can see an AMX 1375, Leopard, T43, Yank Tiger. Oh, there's lots of spots coming in. And he's already earned a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. And it's racking up huge amounts of damage coming in. So his decision to stick around actually has paid benefits. Or paid dividends, I should say. But that AMX 1375 is getting closer. It's about the midway point near the rock. I think he's pulled back a bit. No, he's still there. You can see how useful this bush is really for spotting. It's massively useful, but sometimes when you get spotted near the bush, it's actually useful to just go around the corner. And I also counsel against people using this bush generally, simply because I'm afraid I do blind fire this bush myself, and usually I get a kill from doing so. He's locked onto that AMX 1357, but he's not going to fire. He's already got 4k of spotting damage, and that's going to earn him a huge amount of XP at the end of the battle as well as credits. 1375 is moving up to the bushes just above the lake. And promptly expires because he was taken out by an SU-152. So his game was very brief. Now he's not getting any spotting damage at the moment for the guys over that side, mainly because the T43 is actually closer to them than he is. He can see the AMX and some of the other tanks, but he's not getting the spotting assist. Now, as far as we're aware, there are still enemy on that lookout spot overlooking the lake at F7. Stewie Mill was seen up there, as well as a few other tanks. So he needs to be aware that if he does pull out the bush, they'll probably see him straight away. The last time we saw him in action, he was in the AMX 1390 on Ghost Town, and in that particular tank was built. This one wasn't, I'm afraid. They never actually got around to putting a 57mm gun in an AMX 13-ton tank. Oh, and he's actually just got his scout medal. He's detected at least 9, and he just found one more enemy. I think it might have been that T-34-1. Which is good news, because he's now got at least a spotter and a scout medal if they can win this game. Of course, the job of a spotter is to remain unseen. Just allow your teammates to get kills on the enemy from a distance whereby they can't be seen, but the enemy can be. And that T-34-1 gone out in the open. He's taking damage. and he's picked up some more spotting off the T-34-1, but I think he's now decided to move up. Now, was he seen? There's a Challenger off to the left, and yeah, the Stura Mill is actually still on that lookout spot, and he was seen as he was approaching, but he's going to try and cut across and sit underneath the Stura Mill's position and allow his teammates to get shots on him that way. Oh, and the Stura Mill's been killed. And this is really good news because there are now 6 tanks up on the enemy, but that Challenger will just put a hole in him. He fires some rounds back and gets taken out by a Standard B. I don't think he could see that the Standard B was aiming at him. He was tunnel visioned on the Challenger trying to get the kill. But I'm pretty sure his team's going to win this one. They've got an overwhelming number superiority, and most of that's down to the fact that he was spotting for a huge amount of damage. Just under 6k of damage on the enemy was assisted by him. And the way this is going, I think this game's going to be over fairly quickly. All the enemy in the south area of the map have now been killed. There's only 2 left, and they're both up the hill. So if these guys are going to get shots on the enemy, they're going to have to get up that hill as quickly as they can, because otherwise the guys up there are going to get them. It's a Standard B that killed Apache and a T-54E1. And there they've both gone. It's game over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how Apache got on. Well, it's a first class tanker in this game. On the previous game, in the AMX 1390, he only got a second class tanker. This one, he got a first class tanker, and he also got the Holy Trinity. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged, and he got the scout medal as well for spotting at least 9 enemy vehicles. In this one, he got 9 exactly. And his win rate from the game was 534, but win rate is not a measure of exactly how well you did when you're doing a spotting match, because it doesn't include anything for the assistance. Let's have a look at damage. Standard, no, the Standard B wasn't the high scorer. The T-54E1 on the enemy team picked up a high caliber for 4,881 hit points of damage. The Standard B got the second highest damage with 3,042, and the third went to the SU-12244 with 2,535. And I'm afraid Apache only got 351 hit points, but he only fired a few rounds at the Challenger before he got wiped out by the Standard B. When it came to kills, it was the Standard B who got the highest with 3 kills. The SU-12244, the SU-152 and the T-32 and the T-54E1 all got 2 kills apiece. No kills, I'm afraid, for Apache. But when it came to base XP, he was streets ahead of everyone else. That's because he gave all the assistance he did to all his teammates. 1,318, not enough for an ace tanker. This is a very, very highly played tank. I call mine the Murder Kitten because of its ability to circle strafe enemy tanks really quickly and then disappear before they can do anything about it. 1,318 for Apache. 875 went to the SU-12244 and 852 went to the Standard B. He fired 5 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 4 penetrations, 0 splash, damage of 351 hit points, all of it at close range. Received 3 hits from the enemy, I'm afraid. That big one right at the start from the Leopard prototype took away half his health. And then, yes, there were 2 further penetrations, one of which came from the Challenger and the other one came from the Standard B, and that's what finished him off. 9 enemy vehicles spotted, 1 enemy vehicle damaged, no kills, but 6,368 hit points of spotting assist, and that's what earned him such a high base XP on this game. On a premium count, he earned 95,244 credits and did so little damage to get that, but that's spotting for you. See, if you spot and allowing your teammates to do the damage for you, you just pick it up in the way of credits and XP without having to do much. It's just sit there and look for the enemy. He also, after repair and ammunition resupply, remember he barely fired any ammo at all, he took away a profit of 90,814 credits, a very good gain. 2 bonds received for the awards, both of those the Patrol Duty and the Scout Medal, and 1,977 XP, 7,908 for completing the mission events, 395 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 10,280 experience points altogether. The AMX 1390, if played correctly, can actually be a great crew trainer because of the reason that you can generate huge amounts of credits, but it only carries a crew of 3, I'm afraid, so yes, you do need to chop and change who you put in there to make sure that they get plenty of XP and boost their skills. So a nice little battle, better than the previous one, first class this time in the Holy Trinity. I'm sure he'll get an ace very shortly and then come back with another one. He does tend to like his light tanks. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.